Hi everyone, thanks for joining me today on Garden Hauling. If this is your first time visiting my channel, my name is Lula and I live in Zone 8. So I have quite a few things to do today in my backyard garden. I am going to do some container planting, so I thought it'd be interesting to bring you along with me. Come on, let me show you. So today I am planting a variety of things, but I'm going to start with my leafy greens first. And I did buy these from my local nursery, even though I have started some seeds of my own. Now the first one I want to show you is the spinach. And this is a 45-day spinach. And then I have the blue Scotch curl kale. I have some butter crunch lettuce. And then next to the butter crunch I have romaine lettuce, the bright lights Swiss chard, the salad bowl lettuce, red lettuce. I have some black seeded Simpson lettuce, and last some red Cells lettuce. I am also going to plant this beautiful orange chrysanthemum with the yellow gold center. And then finally I'm going to add some more June bearing strawberries to my raised bed containers. These are some things I'm going to plant in this raised bed container that I have to put together. 2 hanging pots. This container for my chrysanthemums with holes in the bottom, and a vertical hanging grow bag. Now I've never used this before, so this will be my first time using this. So I want to see exactly how it's going to do. I read some of the reviews. They were pretty good, so I'm going to give it a try. Okay, so let me get started because as you can see, I have quite a few things to do. So now the good thing about strawberries are that once you plant them, you have an endless supply of strawberries. So this is a good time to get strawberries. If you can find them, snatch them up and plant them so that they can go ahead and get established and make it through the winter. And then next year you'll be ready to harvest your strawberries. Now these strawberries, I am going to plant them right at soil level the way they came out of the container. Don't want to plant them too deep to cover the ground, but if you plant them correctly, then as I mentioned, you will have strawberries virtually forever if you take care of them, because they will put out runners, and you can just root the runners and that will give you more strawberries. So one thing I learned about grow bags is that they do dry out very, very easily. So I can see right now that I will have to water these greens more frequently because they are going to dry out. But so far so good. I like the way the bags are. I am just putting one planting in each container, being careful not to fill it up completely with soil because I can see that the soil is going to just run out when you get ready to water it. And speaking of watering, you will need a watering can with a pointed tip or a long tip so that you can get in there and water it easier. So they are looking a little wimpy right now, but they will perk up in time. And then if it gets too much sun in this area, I can always move it to a more shadier spot. Okay, so on to the next task, putting together this raised garden bed with a stand. So it looks like all I'm going to have to do really is attach the legs to the outer part of the stand. Now the measurements for this garden bed is 18.1 inches in width and diameter and 30 inches in height. So I am all done. So now it's the fun part, planting. But first I'm gonna add some starter fertilizer, and this is gonna help my veggies get off to a really good start. And I'm not only just gonna add lettuce in here, I'm gonna add some kale and some Swiss chard as well. Now I have been known to plant my leafy greens a little closer than normal, but I like it because this is going to be like a cut and come again type of a garden for me, meaning that I can cut the outer leaves off of my lettuce and leave the center leaves intact, and that way it will continue to grow back. And you can really control how big you want your lettuce to get. Obviously you don't want it to plant it too close together so that your veggies will grow better. With the curl leaf kale, you can let that grow as big as you want. You can harvest it when the leaves are small. You can harvest it when the leaves are much bigger. So it's all into how soon you want to harvest your greens. So I wanted to mention that the lettuce can't take freezing temperatures, but for so long, maybe a couple of times. But after that, your lettuce is going to die. You can cover it up and keep it warm, but it's really not going to do well in the freezing temperatures. Now, the Swiss chard and the curl leaf kale can tolerate temperatures sometimes below 10 degrees Fahrenheit, so they may fare better, but just be careful to cover your lettuce whenever there's a chance to frost, and that may help to prolong it. And next, I am going to plant my beautiful chrysanthemum in this container. And I've had this container for quite a while, so I am so happy to finally plant something in there. Now, the thing I'm going to do different with this chrysanthemum is I am going to turn this container into an edible container as well, because I'm going to plant me some spinach around the outside of the container, and that way when the chrysanthemum dies down, I will still have some leafy greens in the container to eat throughout the fall. And finally, on to the hanging pots. So I'm just going to keep it simple. I'm going to add a salad bowl red lettuce, and I'm going to pair it with a black seeded Simpson lettuce. So everything has been planted. Now I want to show you everything that's been planted in this small garden area. So this was so much fun. I really enjoyed this. My purpose for doing this video was to show those who have small spaces just the possibilities of things that you can do to grow your own food. Now in this video today I focused on, leafy greens like lettuce, but I do want to come back and do some other videos to show you some other things that you can grow in your small space. Only thing that I would recommend though is that if you are growing these on a balcony, you do have to have a certain amount of sunshine. Now the lettuce is versatile in that it can tolerate some shade. It does like sun, but with the temperatures being as hot as they are right now, it would be a good idea to cover them or either put them in the shade somewhere so the sun won't beat down on them. Good thing is we are transitioning into the cooler weather. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you on the next one. Thanks for joining me. Bye bye.